come on. Just a typical day. You know, running shit the way I like to run shit. So, let's talk about the ridiculous cost of some motorcycle items. I don't understand why some motorcycle parts are so freaking expensive. Like, I understand, like, R&D goes into some of these things, but not all of them. Like, so my buddy B, he commented on, one of my videos, and he says, oh, actually, this is my first one with R3. He says, oh, in order to prevent yourself from slipping and getting your balls all smashed up on the tank, he said, you should get these little tank thingies, these grip pads for your bike. I said, so I looked at them and I clicked the link. The little grip pad things are like $65 for essentially rubber pads. That's insane. And then I looked at the other things, or the other pads for other bikes on this website, and they're all like $45. I understand the R3 is new, but it's a small bike. It's not like there's a lot of material involved. That's just a ripoff. So I said no thanks. In case you haven't realized it, I'm kind of a cheap ass on some things, but I also know when I don't need to get screwed in the ass, you know? There's no reason to overcharge me for stupid shit. I know, I was riding a Harley before this. You kind of just get, you have the expectation of getting reamed in the ass. But that's why most of the things that I put on that bike were not Harley parts. I mean, they weren't specific to a Harley. They were just parts that I found that I liked, that I made to fit my bike. So I guess the R3 is not too different than that. I mean, I put on these little stubby levers here. Hello. I'm sure she's too young. So these little stubby levers off of eBay, they're knockoffs. The originals, the whatever they're modeled off of, are like $100, and these are like 30 or 40 bucks. Are they as high quality? I don't know. I can't tell the difference. My motorcycle, I guess, taste isn't that refined. I just don't know. I really can't tell. They seem to do their job just fine. Their levers, they're a little bit closer to the bars, and it means I could grip it a little bit better. Win for me, I'm good. And so I see all these other motorcycle products. People are crazy for a new bike, I guess. Everyone wants to baby their new bike. I understand to some extent, but some stuff's just absolutely ridiculous. Like, what is it that I saw? Motorcycle, so the mirrors for the bike, they're obviously, there's holes here, and then there's holes up there. And if you remove them from up there, block-off plates. Basically, little stumps of plastic to cover other holes for plastic. Like 50 bucks. 50 for 2 hunks of plastic. I don't understand. And then the fender eliminator kits. Dudes, that's ridiculous. It's a hunk of metal that attaches to your bike that holds a license plate. It also may hold your turn signals, sure. But that's fucking insane. Some places are charging like 100 something for that. That makes no sense at all. I cannot understand that kind of gougery. So there's this other general universal one that I'm looking at for like 15 or 20 bucks. Dude, that totally makes more sense. It's a hunk of plastic for a cheap ass bike. I mean, it's a nice bike, but let's be real. This bike is cheap. It's cheap fun. So then I was also looking at exhausts to make this bike louder. Like, this bike is not very loud. It revs, like I said, like a little kitten. Meow, 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 meow. So it makes it so that I'm not as visible or seen on the road, which is a problem because you see how I ride. I just kind of squeeze through whatever the fuck I want. So yeah, I was looking at exhausts, and some exhausts claim that they sound great, which is fantastic. That's fantastic. That's what I want. But they're several $100s. I mean, like, just for the muffler part, we're looking at $300, $400, $500, $600. $600 for an exhaust. That's insane, because it's not from the header, it's off of the mid-pipe / cat, and it's basically a generic muffler with half of a mid-pipe attached to it, and then the performance gains that you get out of it, 2 to 3 horsepower. 2 or 3 horsepower? That's fucking crazy! So I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm not spending that kind of money on a thing. I'm going to get creative. So there are other things that I'm sure I will get to. I've kind of told myself that this bike, pending I keep the Sportster, I'm not going to do too much to, because it'll be the bike that's new and reliable and all that fun stuff, and the other one I will destroy slowly over time. I mean, in the end, my bike looks like not stock, which is great, and it fits my personality. I mean, that's what a bike is supposed to do. It's supposed to be an extension of yourself, right? So, sure, you can spend crazy amounts of money on a loud exhaust if you want for 2 or 3 horsepower, but I don't have that kind of money. That's the reality. I have money, but not to spend on stupid shit like that. I mean, it's called ghetto rigging, but it's kind of fun when you do ghetto rig something and it works out, and it's, you know, almost as good as something that would cost you 10 times as much, like literally 10 times as much. That's nuts. I can't understand it. Whatever happened to making stuff yourself? I feel like we've all kind of lost our ability to be creative. People don't build, people don't craft, they don't express themselves in artistic or creative ways anymore. They buy something, or I don't know, I guess that's it. They buy something, or they pay somebody to do something for them. There are people who are really good at what they do, and they should be paid top dollar for their talents. But so many people are lost. Like, I'm all for wrenching yourself. So I did my first 600-mile service on this bike with the dealer, and that was $175. I asked, so what are you doing for $175? And the answer was, well, change the oil, inspect everything. And that was it for the answer. I mean, that was it. $175. I could do that. Hell, I have done that. Not for $175. Realistically, an oil change with a filter, not going to cost you anywhere near that. And you should be checking out your bike regularly anyway. So I can't justify going back to the dealer to get ass raped again. I mean, I'll go for stuff that I don't have the mechanical ability to do. But for the most part, I can do mechanical maintenance stuff on a bike. It's not hard. I can't see why it would cost, or why it's worth $175. I don't get it. So people overpay for all kinds of shit that they just don't understand, when you should understand it. If you love it, you should understand it. You should be one with it. Take that message to heart. Well, I guess that's enough ranting.